All right, guys. So today let's talk about Dead Snow, which is another movie part of that IFC zombie box set I bought. And I've this one is interesting because I've heard people talk about Dead Snow and people have liked it and enjoyed it as well as the second one. For me, watching this, there's not really much to say about this one, honestly. Like this is going to be a pretty short review, I'm assuming, because this is a zombie movie, but there's not much really that is new or different about it. But not to sway you away from saying that I didn't like the movie, I did. But it's a movie that there's not really much I can really find much to say about. I think that this is a solid, fun zombie movie, but there's not much to say. And the only thing that I do like differently wise is that the zombies are Nazi zombies, and there's this box in this cabin that these characters go into in Norway, and of course the Nazi zombies want the box back, so they've got to fight back. And I think that the first two acts of the movie I think are totally serviceable, but they're honestly a little forgettable in a way where it's one of those movies where the last act really saves it. And I think that that's good on some movies. I think that this movie, while not bad, it follows all these tropes that to me make the first two thirds kind of forgettable. I really don't remember much, and I just watched this a couple days ago, but I honestly have kind of forgotten everything besides the final act, where the first two acts are of course build up. They're trying to make this like typical like zombie movie. They're not trying to make anything different. There's a few funny moments. These characters have a couple moments to shine, but they're not really anything special. And then when you get to this last act of the movie, I really was surprised because again, with the first two acts, I'm like, this is totally fine. It's whatever, but it's not anything that I'm really going to remember. And getting to the last act where these characters are fighting Nazi zombies, that really just sold me. That really made me go, wow, this is a awesome, awesome last act. And it's one of those movies where I don't get persuaded that the movie is all awesome because I see the last act and go, whoa, because I really did like the last act. The last act is really good and really fun and just really brutal and silly and just so really entertaining. But I would be lying if I didn't say that the first two acts were just kind of a chore to get through. Like they weren't terrible, like I said, but they're not anything that made me really care or really be invested or remember. It felt just a lot of tropes where it was just pretty plain. It didn't have much substance to it. And there are some slashers that you're going to say I'm a hypocrite for, because there are other slashers that I could watch or other horror movies that I could watch that have this like characters just like this. But I don't know why this one for some reason didn't stick out to me as more interesting in the first two acts. Like it was there. There was nothing really special about the first two acts. But like I said, whenever you get to that last act, it is really genuinely fun and just really, really got me in just how entertaining it was. So it's weird. It's a mixed bag because I think that this movie, when it's really good at the end, it's really good. But the rest of the movie, I'm like, it's serviceable. It's whatever. It's not bad, but it's not good or great. It's just whatever. So if I had to recommend this movie personally from my opinion, I think that this movie, I'd say like it's a pretty medium like recommend. Like I think it's got, again, I really like that last act, but I didn't really think that it was interesting the first two. So I'd say the last act for me is worth it alone. So I feel like if you like zombie movies, I feel like you should definitely see this one. It's still worth it, I think. But for me, it just took a lot of trudging through to get to the good stuff. So, and I usually don't say that about movies. I usually like slow burns, but this one it wasn't that interesting to me. So overall, I recommend it mildly. Like it's a mild recommendation. Like it's good. I really like the last act, but everything else is whatever. So that is my review on Dead Snow. Tell me down below if you guys love the movie, if you guys think differently. I want to know your opinions, and thanks for watching.